He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty
Monday Night Raw.
Suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest
IWC.
you've ever heard. He's the angry
WWF.
nerd. He's the angry
TNA and Ring of Honor.
nerd. He's the angry
Wrestling.
nerd.
And I neglected the most infamous, perhaps career-altering powerbomb of all time.
Say my name.
Powerbomb.
Say my name.
Liv Tyler.
Say my name.
Dr. Eamon.
You're goddamn right.
I find it funny how apparently he finds amusement in Austin butchering Ciampa's name, but mispronounces somebody's name nearly every week. Bin, Wang, Harv, Shira, Liv, Tyler, Dr. Eamon. He called a pile driver a power bomb. You're not live, sir. You can edit your clips before you upload them, you know. Like, how do you get Eamon from AMNN? Anyway, the nitpicker will go on to flip-flop his stance on one story in just a minute. It's amazing.
Now, I also saw that Mr. St. Laurent, I think his name is, from the MLW, one of the MLW radio shows. I don't know how reliable he is with this stuff, but he claims that Mark Carrano, who works in talent relations for WWE, has been harassing Del Rio and Paige about ending their relationship. The WWE wants them to end things. The fact that they were drafted to different brands was not a coincidence, he says. No shit, it wasn't a coincidence. It was pretty obvious that WWE did not want the two of them together. That's why one went to Raw and one went to SmackDown. I don't think they broke anybody else up. It's none of their business if the two of them want to date each other. I mean, if they enforced a strict policy of no dating between employees, no dating between performers, that would be one thing. But you can go up, you can make a whole fucking laundry list of everybody who's in a relationship in that company right now. People who have gotten married. So there is no rule against dating your coworker. So again, unless they're causing problems, who cares? They're two consenting adults, two consenting independent contractors, mind you. Vince's own daughter married one of the wrestlers, for Christ's sake. So to me, I hear that and it's just all petty nonsense.
So, which is it? Do you think it's legitimate or not? He changes his mind in the middle of his one-sided conversation. If you ask me, WWE is looking out for Paige. Does it occur to you that she's done nothing but get arrested and busted ever since Del Rio came into her life? I would be concerned because if she's an asset to your company, you don't want anything bad to happen to her. They don't want her to be a problem to the company. And Paige would have to give up her career that thousands of women would kill to have, if it means to continue this shady relationship. Who the fuck cares how old he is?
I mean, you knew when Nikki came back she was going to SmackDown because that's where Cena is. They kept Naomi on the same brand with Jimmy Uso. They kept Lana and Rusev obviously on the same brand. Miz and Maurice, and you can go up and down the line here. But they split those two up. That was not a coincidence. That was not random. They didn't put their names on the randomized generator to see who's going to Raw and who's going to SmackDown. So it's very obvious they didn't want the two of them together.
He clearly misses the mark. Cena is hardly ever on SmackDown now, so Nikki Bella isn't with her boyfriend. And Lana and Rusev and Miz and Maryse are both on-screen couples. Why wouldn't they be on the same show? Are you that stupid? Those two are not a coincidence. Nikki and Cena is a coincidence. SmackDown was down a woman on their women's division. They needed her to go to SmackDown. Naomi and the Usos are also a coincidence. That's just two coincidences along with two non-wrestlers there to enhance their characters that happen to be their husbands. What about Carmella and Big Case? They're not on the same show. The nitpicker did try to make a bullshit excuse, but then somebody else simply responded, "That makes no sense." Ah, nitpicker, always contradicting yourself. Alexa Bliss and Wesley Blake? Blake isn't even on the main roster yet. So what of that? You mentioned that Luke Gallows is married to Amber O'Neil and she's not even in the fucking company at all.
Now, one person who was not happy to see Gallows and Anderson teaming with Dana Brooke was Luke Gallows' wife, the former Bullet Babe, Amber O'Neil, whose name on her Twitter was actually listed as Amber O'Neil Gallows, but after Monday, it's now just listed as Amber O'Neil. Okay, whatever that might mean.
Exposed, 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 exposed.
There was one person who sent me a message. He was very upset that, 1 week into her debut and they have Bayley dancing with the New Day. Like somehow this hurt Bayley. This hurt her persona or something. Bayley is childlike. She comes out dancing with giant inflatable tube men, okay? Dancing with the New Day is exactly the sort of thing that I would expect Bayley to do, so I don't have a problem with it.
So, it's okay for Bayley to dance with the New Day, but not Sasha Banks because Bayley has a more appropriate character? What if Sasha had Bayley's character? You'd still have a problem with it. It's only a legitimate problem if it only offends no one but you. Apparently it offended you more than Sasha Banks did.
Are no longer following each other on Twitter. Oh no! They're not following each other on Twitter. And Sasha's dancing with a fucking strap-on her head. What the fuck?
There's a rumor about a redemption documentary for Roman Reigns. A rumor. Oh no. Time to rant for several minutes about how Vince is so set in his ways. Fucking documentary didn't even exist.
The fuck? The fuck? The fuck?
You are
the fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck?
You are exposed, sir.